Speaking of something that actually has been catching everyone's attention and we're all very excited about, the show, Pluribus.
Hmm.
I had to drag Preston to watch this. I'm like, Preston, you gotta get the fuck on this, bro. You gotta get on this. It was 3 weeks, or no, 2 weeks.
Here's the thing about Pluribus, and this is one of those things where, there's no way to talk about this show without spoiling it. And if you're thinking about watching this show, and I think you should, I think everybody should. It's you want to go in knowing as little as possible. Mm-hmm. Because it's a mystery show. It's a show where more of the layers of the onion are revealed every episode, and if we talk about it, it's going to be spoiled. So we're going I rarely give spoiler warnings, but in this situation, I'm just like, no, man, I got a spoiler warning. Like, if we're talking about this, we're talking about this, because there's no way to talk about it without spoiling it. There's
By the way,
fucking way.
This is how you know Preston is really into this show, because he normally will just spoil it without giving a spoiler warning. You do that. I love you, but you do this. This is something you do.
Sure, but like some stuff, it doesn't matter. Like Shogun, for example. Like, yeah, everybody's gonna fucking die in the end. Okay, everybody's gonna fucking die in the end. It's Shogun. Okay, but the point of the show is not that they're all gonna fucking die in the end. The point of the show is the fucking journey. Okay, it's like, and a lot of stuff. It's like, my God, this book has been out for fucking 35 years. Like, Jesus Christ.
All right. But
now with Pluribus, no, we don't know what's happening next. It's an incredible show, and if we talk about it, we will spoil it. But
let's get into it, because I've seen all 4 episodes that are out as of this recording.
Yes,
you've seen them as well, man. There was something about this show that I needed to go back to episode 2. And by the way, masterful stroke, releasing the first 2 episodes the same day, because that second episode needed to be there to explain a couple of questions I had. And
I would have been fine. I mean, I actually had some space between the first and the second episode.
Oh, man.
And, I think they could have released the first one. It would have been fine.
Well, one of the scenes that always sticks out to me, and this is the one scene that I always regurgitate to everyone else to try to get them on board. It's the scene where the uninfected, at least half of them, are having dinner. And Carol is getting annoyed with the Indian woman. But she's there with her son, who is infected by the hive mind thing. And Carol's just getting annoyed. She goes, Rafi, the Indian woman's son, what is the procedure to do this pelvic exam for a woman? And because earlier in the episode, Carol was like, your son has the memories and... your son has the memories and he's connected to every single boyfriend you've ever had, your husband, your gynecologist. So she just fed up with the Indian woman, is asking like her 10-year-old son like this gynecological question, and he's answering it because he has the memories of every single doctor on earth. Like, he's connected to every single one of them. That's fucking crazy. And Preston, just to like put this into perspective, imagine if you were in this world and you're not infected. Your son has the memories of every single ex-girlfriend you've ever had. Your mother, your sister, my memory,
which is the whole thing about like the Mauritanian who's having sex with people. It's like you're literally having sex with your mother, your sister, your father. You're like, everybody's in there. It's kind of, it's all crazy. It's all crazy. But it's very George R.R. Martin, don't you think? Like the whole hive mind thing. And
that's how I got you into it. I was telling Preston, like, this is very George coded. You got to get on this.
Oh, it's super George coded. It's very. I mean, they're hitting the same thematic elements. So like, so what George usually does with the hive mind is and this is very different than, say, how Star Trek handles hive mind. Because in Star Trek, no one ever thinks of the Borg as heaven. Okay, no one ever thinks of the Borg as afterlife, as some sort of joyous thing. It is consistently, at best, like, it's consistently seen as a horrific thing that's coming. The assimilation into the hive mind. Okay, thematically, the collective is not heaven, and there's no like religious aspects to it. In George R. R. Martin's writing, the hive mind is almost always, I can't even think of a time where it's not, but like the hive mind always is a metaphor for heaven and religion. And the joining of the hive mind is because when we're told, you know, oh, you need to go to heaven. Oh, what's in heaven? Well, all of your friends and family are in heaven, and you'll be together forever in bliss. That's what people say is heaven. And George R. R. Martin's like, fine, let's actually do that. Let's make heaven. Let's make a hive mind, blissful thing that you can join. And would you actually want to join that? So do you actually want to go to heaven is the question. And so this is the same sort of thing happening. And so we have our main character who is a rather clear that she's a contrarian. She's an atheist. She's gay. There's a lot of things that have her stand apart from the rest of society to start with. And she's being faced with this hive mind, with heaven, and she's rejecting it for a number of reasons. I mean, she reveals in one of the episodes that she was forced to go through conversion therapy when she was young, you know, and you know, that was horrible for her, to try to change who she was, like, fundamentally, and comparing that to like the collective, the hive mind, what religion does. And so that scene where you're talking about, where they're all sitting around with the family, all of the people that were sitting around that, and were kind of pulled, not into the collective, but almost pulled to ally with the collective. And we're talking about like the Indian woman, the Chinese woman, the Chinese family, is it Burmese or Thai, the last woman? They all have relatives who are in the collective. And so that's how it kind of pulls you in, your relatives. It's the same with religion. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to follow religion because my parents are it. Oh, this was really important to my grandmother. This was really important to my grandfather. This is really important to my significant other. Like, because religion is very important to people we love, we give it a pass, and we either give it a pass or we join it as well. And so they did a really brilliant metaphor there, where everybody else is pulled in because of their loved one, and our protagonist, whose loved one, her wife is in the collective, still is just too contrarian, and she's like, no, I'm not joining this, even though my wife is in there. So yeah, I mean, I'm saying, like, it's not just a George R. R. Martin kind of like idea. It's like thematically they're going the same route as George R. R. Martin with comparing it to religion, while like Star Trek Hive Mind, they didn't do that, you know. So